Screens. We are the makers of the Supreme 12, Supreme Exotic Ambulite Rejection 15, the Ambulite Rejection, Ambulite Advanced Ambulite Rejection 17, sorry about that, and our new Ultra Nova 17s. All right, so today I showed you a few of the exotics, actually a few that we're blessed to make. We have over here, this is the Midnight Mustard. That's my screen I have over there in the other room I was displaying yesterday. We have the Dark Black Hazel right there. So you can see the color of that right there. And this is the screen I was displaying yesterday over there on the 720p ViewSonic. Lord gave me the name for this, Midnight Mustard. Is that cool or what? I was thinking, a friend of mine I was just talking to about half an hour ago. He was like, you could name a screen paint just about anything you want, and as long as that screen paint shows high performance marks, yeah, we could do that. We can name it anything we want because we know the product is going to look amazing. So, green money. So we changed over Veridescent to green money. That's what we're calling the screen, green money. It's nothing impersonal. Some people take it so personally. It's just green money. It's the color of green money. That's it. Don't take it personal. People take it personal as in always showing off. No. The name God gave me, that's the name I'm taking. All right? If you don't like it, deal with it. Anyway, Onyx Unicorn. I'm not talking about to your customers. My customers are cool. I'm talking about the naysayers. They have to ridicule everything that I do. If I name something, they ridicule that. If it's a different color, they ridicule that. It doesn't bother me. It's just sad that people put that much energy into mind other people's business. All right, we got the Onyx Unicorn. I like this one right here. This is the Onyx Unicorn right there. That's full. We got to do a demonstration next. I made a lot of that. And then we have over here chocolate. The chocolate. I like this. It's a chocolate right here. Chocolate's beautiful. This is all made by God. All made by God. We got the Royal Lavender. I made this for women. If you are a guy and you want this, don't make a difference, but I made this for women. I think women should have their own screen paint too. They should have their own screen to identify what they do, women gamers. So we got a beautiful lavender. We got a nice pink over here. And if they want some of the other colors, hey, knock yourself out. That's what you want. That's what you want. But I just try to cater to them too also too. We got the Epic Blue, which I painted right there today on that projector right there that sits in eco mode next to a window. We'll show some demonstrations off that one too. This is a real pretty blue. And then we have the LT Caramel. You see how light that screen is? I want you to just look at how light that screen is. This screen pulls an insane contrast level. There it is in the next room, pulling that contrast level. I painted it on a bigger screen this time. Take some of this out because I want you to see how light this stuff is. Get some of this out here. That's how light that screen paint is. So I thought, now God has blessed us with the ability to now develop light screen paints with contrast levels. We're going to start developing some lighter screens. Look how light that is. Let me show you the insane contrast level of this stuff. Where's my stand at? Oh, this is my stand. Finally got my kitchen cleaned up. I had to clean up in here because it got crazy. That's the customer screen right there. We're going to do a demonstration on that. He's done. That's his acoustic blackout cloth. Where is my stand? Bet you $100 I'm staring right at it. I just had it a few minutes ago in here. I was like, okay, we're going to do a demonstration today. Just make sure we put the stand up so we can find it. Oh, here we go. I'll tell you, it's cleaning up today. I had to mop the floors and everything. I always do a couple of mop overs on the floor, especially if I'm downstairs working and I'm tracking from time to time. I try to make sure I keep the place nice and tidy. All right, so there's the screen painted right there. Now, I know I'm going to get some people saying, oh, that's not the screen. That could be something completely different. That could be anything up there. Yeah, okay, that's true. That's true. Let's prove that. I feel like I'm in an info commercial sometimes, I swear. There we go. Light screen. You get a good look at it. 100% coating technology embedded. Bring it back here. I think we're good there. Here, we got snow and now we got sleet. We got snow and now we got sleet. All right, let me see if Mr. Bird remembered the remote control in a good place. Let me see. We here now? Since we're here, this me? Yes, it's me. All right, let's see. We already did from the door. If you missed that, we already did when we painted the screen. I first presented it. The first thing, anytime we present a 15, we have to show up with 3 screens certified side by side. We did that one already. That was already accomplished today. Bring you guys down a little closer. We did the overlap already with the screen partially hitting the white door, showing that the screen pulls up amazing images. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bring it up a little closer. See the colors pop. The one thing about the 15s, the colors are designed to pop. As you notice that the screen behind me, which is the midnight mustard, that screen right there, when I pulled out my ViewSonic projector, unboxed it right there in front of you all, didn't change any, calibrate nothing, colors pop right off the screen. This technology is designed, the lighter screens, we're going to enhance those to bring up heavier contrast levels. We're going to do a lot of OLED demonstrations today. Now this will be available next week. We're going to try to get them all next week available. This is a free color option, so you don't pay for it because I saw you reading your ViewSonic projector. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we're going to make these free color options. Any of the paint that we develop for this, it's a free color option. All you got to pay for is your size that you want. 1 quart, 2 quart, or a gallon. And a color information sheet will pop up asking you what color you want. So we're not going to say, hey, because it's this color, we'll charge you this much, or it's that color. No, it's a free option. So there's a black version of the exotics coming out. The recipe is already upstairs on my table. I just got to get around to make it, and we'll showcase that one next. QLED demonstrations. See if I get lucky on that one. Looking for some black levels. Doesn't make a difference. We just want to see what's going to come up on this bad boy.
The most intelligent thing you've never seen.
All right, we're going to be switching through. Just grabbing contrast. Because the screen can pull a much higher contrast level, that means your colors are going to pop a lot higher. Now, when I laid that screen down, like I said, it was tan. If you look at it, it's black now. It's that coating. Other screens can't see black levels. That's why the black levels come up washed out. That's why you have to be in dark environments, because the black levels won't pull. With this coating technology, we can make screens now as light as we want to pull extremely high white levels and dark contrast levels at the exact same time. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't make a difference if your projector has a high contrast capability or not. You don't even need it. It's only a matter of time to get a phone call from a projection screen company. Are you telling people they don't need contrast? Well, quite frankly, they don't. The screen does all the work. We all know that. Anybody develops a projector, your projector is only as good as the screen that's being displayed off. You're gonna have the most expensive projector in the world. If your screen can't pull that image, then your projector comes to a complete fail. You will never see the true potential of what you have because your screen can't show it to you. If that was the case, then you can go out and buy yourself a white screen, get a projector with 1,000,000 to 1 contrast, and pull a solid black level, but you can't. So you're not really seeing that. But like I said, as I showed you in the demonstrations, when we do those certified screens, that screen will pull up. Every and any other color will pull up, and those screens can't do it because that screen has a code in it that allows it to read the color. That means no more worrying about calibrating your projectors. None of that nonsense anymore. And again, this is painted over. Multiple screens have been painted on the screen. I don't know, we've got the 30 or 40 screens been painted over and over this piece of surface. And this is an old piece of beat up styrofoam in my basement that I'm using for my screen. I think I'm gonna have to paint the 98 inch. I'm gonna make another batch of this stuff. Make a gallon for myself so I can paint out the 98 into my thin plexiglass sticks here. I ordered 10 of them so I can have them here to do demonstrations off of them. They're 4x8s, perfect. How do you walk into a room and see yourself kissing another man and say goodbye? Be a lot of questions there. A lot of questions. Maybe I'm just too much of a deep thinker, that's all. I don't know. me see. Ooh, I like this one.
Streaming February 19th.
He's not just a squirrel. He's a superhero. Nothing broken.
The fact that it involves squirrels, I might have to watch that. Now we'll show you up the screen color coding capabilities for being a screen that's, well, you can call it beige, some people call it tan, we call it caramel. Pull some of the highest, richest colors. With the black contrast levels, watch the red pop. Hope this is the one with the music behind the back of it. One of these has some music, copyrighted music. So I have to be really careful about that one. And yes, we do. There we go. Can't do that one. Let me see. Can we do this one? If you notice, the border is darker than the actual screen that's showing the outer space display. Exotics do some crazy stuff, I tell you. All right, this is a demo on stream. Let's get to something else. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this one is.
This is Dolby Cinema.
Okay, we got a picture. We got anything we're gonna be playing on this?
Whether the soundscape system is seen.
That's the intro, but I kind of like that whole thing they're playing on there. It looks nice. I got to paint this on some real thin plexiglass. That's what we have to do this on. OLED chemistry. I wonder if that's a demonstration or an explain. Oh, nice. Ah, all right, we'll do that one next. And like I said, all this is coming from a very light screen, pulling that contrast level. When you think about it, I can call a screen a cock-a-doodle-doo. Whatever crazy name I want, and you think about it, because as long as the technology looks like that, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But I try to find really crazy, exotic color names, you know, like, I would love to have the name Candy Crush, but you can't use that. That'll definitely get you sued. That'd be a cool name for a screen, though. All right, we'll go back to that one. He wanted to see. I mean, it's just going to show you a demonstration, but I mean, no problem. And we don't have the speakers to support that to begin with.
Is Dolby Cinema. It's where the
Got the money to buy it,
cinematic technology
just won't buy it.
ever
I mean, you're looking at a person just bought a 720p projector with a theater room.
This is Dolby Atmos.
Just don't feel the need that I need it.
Number of speakers around you no longer matters, because this is the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy.
Like the fact that that screen's picking up that contrast like crazy.
Whether the soundscape sits in the mood of the scene,
Come on, you guys, let's go.
or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
All right, sorry about that. It's just pointless if you ain't got the speakers. And will I buy the speakers? Nah, not really. Tell you the truth. I really don't play my system all that loud to begin with. Just don't. Now your grandmother watches TV. Well, that'd be kind of loud because when my grandmother was alive, she watched TV like for everybody. But I just don't really play my stuff really that loud. I don't even turn my subs on when I watch movies. I'm into more like the picture of it all.
Pick up like a pro. Just order on the Subway app. It is ready to go.
I just saw that demonstration a bit back there. The whole full demonstration. I know I just saw that. No, that's way off. What about that one? It's interesting, you would see this on a TV with no problem. On a projection screen, on a projector, you would have that capability because projectors are extremely powerful, you could see that. But your screen wouldn't display it, you wouldn't see it. Your projector would have the capability of doing it with no problem, but your screen wouldn't allow you to see it. It's like the equivalence of me basically listening to soundtracks and that Dolby Atmos, and I don't have the speakers. See, it's the same scenario. That's the angle gain on that technology. All that technology has a 190-degree viewing angle. I'm curious what football highlights look like on this. Football highlights, YouTube. When I say YouTube, I'm on YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is what I want to see. I want to see what football looks like on this bad boy.
And they're going to get it to him. First play, first touch, McCaffrey, and a strong cut up across the 30. Bridgewater gets it to Davis out of the backfield. He's got some room. Davis out for a first down into Kansas City territory, down to the 46.
Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is what we requested from people who design light gray screens, is to pull a Starfield demonstration. This is one of the demonstrations they refuse to do. Because the screen can't see contrast, that's why. Ooh, man, I'm glad I got my batteries charged up. I got another battery in here. We get a power outage, I'm good. How about the backups already came in yesterday? I gotta do a review on those. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Everyone has an
Starfield demonstration.
bucket holds all your good
Getting that from YouTube.
I don't know what that is, but it keeps mixing up with that for some reason. There you go. All the way over. 190 viewing angle. And I could do this demonstration at this angle, and that screen would pick up a contrast level with no problem. This is what you're supposed to see when somebody shows you a screen, especially if they're showing you a very light screen. That's the first thing you need to ask. What's the contrast level? Show me a Starfield demonstration. Do that in a fully lit environment. I'm gonna do it. Oh wow, you gotta see this. Look at the size of the snowflakes that are coming down outside my window. I don't know if you can see it, but they are freaking huge. Well, that's gonna definitely stick. It's already sticking already. I got friends, I got family over in Texas, got some friends over in Alabama, and they got snow. My friend, he's out there building a snowman right now on his front lawn. He's like, I've never seen anything like this before. And remember, these are areas that are not used to being equipped for snowstorms. You know what I mean? They got, it's a national emergency for them down there. Over here, this is Philadelphia, we're used to getting this, you know. But over there, it's a national emergency because they're not used to seeing snow. They're not even used to driving in it. Some people don't, depending on if you were in Texas all your life, you know what I mean? You probably got a few snowstorms here and there, but nothing like what they're getting now. That's why I'm glad this house right here is on it. It's like this. These houses are built like this. That's why I like them like that, because the snow comes off the side. Where if you have a house that's basically flat, that snow accumulates. And then you got water that keep it in pockets, because I lived in a flat house and you have pockets that accumulate, can have water leakage and all that stuff. But this house right here takes shingles too. So yeah, if I get the roof done, it's going to cost me a bit to get it done. And I got to get me a crew, because I can go up there and climb the side of this house to put those shingles in. But the roof's all good. I just don't go in the attic because the attic freaks me out.
And I feel better now. Do, 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 do.
Nope, you don't need it. Thank you. So I'm glad I went to Amazon Kitchen. I bought all my stuff. Everything I needed, everything came in yesterday. I had all my stuff came in yesterday. That's why I like shopping Amazon Kitchen. I don't have to really go anywhere at all. Just buy everything, have shipping done. I got to see some gaming on this. I got to see some gaming on this. Black levels are coming right on up. Let me see. We got, let's see, OLED screen, black color test 4K. Oh, we definitely got to do this one. Contrast level, that screen is pulling in to be that 10. I didn't get a chance to finish off what I was going to write because, like I say, you only give you 60 letters to write in. But I was supposed to put at the end, which I'll add it in, that about the screen contrast capability for a screen this light. That's why I said that's the amazing thing about God. Every time somebody tries to come in and try to belittle us or whatever, God gives us something completely different, takes it to the next level. So now we can start working on developing lighter screens. Treat me wrong, I love contrast screens. I always like my black screens. That's just me, that's who I am. I like my black screens. But we have people who don't like the darker screens. They prefer the lighter screens. So now we can have a lighter screen that can pull contrast. Because for them, once they get a lighter screen, their biggest gripe is the contrast levels don't pop high enough. The color doesn't pop high enough. They don't like the screen. So this satisfies both. Now, when I made a statement, when I said, and keep in mind, don't take that, blow that out of proportion too. When I made a statement, when I said that if I really wanted to be that kind of person, I could reverse engineer your technology easily. I can go in and get your stuff and upgrade it, code it with this technology, make it far more advanced than what it is, and use it to blow your own stuff out. And then charge you for less and put you out of business. Easily. But I don't care about what you're doing or what you're making because it's none of my business to begin with. And I got my own things to do over here. But before I would even go down that road, I would basically do an extension patent search on your items to see what you have and what you don't have that won't get me sued. And then I would turn around, buy your stuff, reverse it, make it 10 times more advanced, better than what it is, and then use that to blow your own stuff out. And like I said, mark it down for less and put you out of business. But I'm not into that. I'm into developing my own technology, building up my own skill level, and getting it to where I need it to be at, so I can basically keep maintaining good technology for my customers. I couldn't care less what you design, what you make, what you have, what you design on. That's your business, not mine. My business is what I do here. But if you notice, they're all over here watching what I do, criticizing what I do, because at the end of the day, you can't do what I do. My knowledge comes from God. That's where it comes from. And it's going to keep on advancing, and it's going to keep on getting better. If I wanted to, buy your stuff, and I can actually make it 10 times more advanced than what you're using right now. And I can wipe out your own stuff with your own stuff. When I sat there and I had this product here, I was looking at it and laughing. I was like, I could advance this on so many different levels, it's not even funny. You don't understand how I see things. When I see a formula, when I open it up, there's all kinds of information that flows through my head. I know exactly how to do it, how to alter it, how to change it, how to make it even better. It's just there. Just like when I get up in the middle of the night and God says, hey, I have this for you. But you have to understand, there are rules and guidelines that I can't cross as a Christian. Why would I need to even bother with your stuff when I can develop stuff in 20 minutes? Far more advanced than the high-end screens have on the market that take them years to develop, and I can do it in 20 minutes. Even if it took me a day, I can develop 3 screens in one day. Then they would still take out the top screens on the market. Screens that can produce colors on a level that you've never even seen before. Pulling projectors out of the box and throwing them against screens without even calibrating the projector at all and producing beautiful images. I don't need your stuff. I got so much advanced technology in my head, it's not even funny. There's days I don't even sleep at night because there's all this information flowing through my head. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. But there's one screen I'm chasing. I want the ability to be able to take a screen and bring it up off the screen. Kind of like a 3D effect. But God will give it to me. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next year, but he'll give it to me. I'll have it. All I'm interested in is being able to get up there one day in that showroom with them big dogs and show them something they've never seen before. Don't get me wrong, I'm a human. The thought does cross my mind to advance your technology and put it out of business. It does cross my mind from time to time. But I have to remember one thing I heard from the Bible: vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And that's the reason why your technology still exists. Because if I didn't believe in that, what my Lord and Savior tells you to do, I could have been a long time ago reversed all your stuff, made it far more advanced, and I would have charged people $20 a pop for it. But like I said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You have rules, you have laws you have to follow under Christian law. Man, when people may tick you off and make you angry, you still have to follow that rule no matter what. Because I follow that rule, because I put my faith in his hands, because I do what he tells me to do, he continues to bless me with knowledge. And the people have to understand, it's more than just the knowledge. It's the fact that this man came here to earth, hung himself on the cross, got beaten, got spat on, got treated like trash for a person he didn't even know. And if that bothers you for me to say that, I don't want your business. Because at the end of the day, for every 2 customers that don't like what I say, there'll be 20 more that will take your place. Speaking of coconuts, I tried the coconut milk. It didn't even work. I really thought that stuff was going to work. Yeah, it's really good. Oh, it tastes so good. But it locked my lungs up so bad, man. It was hard for me to breathe. But it's really freaking good, man. It was good coconut milk. Or maybe I was just having, I don't want to try it again. I'm kind of scared to death to try it again. But that's the first time I had cereal for a while with some milk in it. But I'll eat it dry, yeah. Tried powdered milk, tried almond milk, skim milk, 1%, 2%, don't work. And coconut milk was real good. I'm a big fan of eating vegetarian stuff, but some of y'all vegetarians got some good stuff, man. I've had a few things from went to a vegetarian barbecue with tofu burgers. Not bad at all. Tell you the truth. And it's funny because a lot of people now are trying some vegetarian foods because sometimes, even when I go to Amazon, certain things are not easy to get your hands on, you know? You can't go in and buy what you used to buy anymore, you know what I mean? So sometimes you got to get the organic foods and stuff like that. Some of it is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I'll tell you a funny story about the coconut. You know how you watch on Gilligan's Island how they just punch a hole in the coconut and they drink it and you think it's coconut milk. You think it's tasting like milk, like coconut milk. Far from it. Remember my friends going and bought a coconut, punched the hole in with a drill, dropped a straw in it. It was disgusting. I did not like the taste of it. I thought it would taste like a creamy milk. That's what it would taste like. So it's way off. Way off. let's go over and let's grab. Let's see, we're doing contrast. We did the contrast test already. Let's see what else we got. We can play around here. I like these demonstrations right here. Like cues, like demonstrations. I like those. Oh, definitely got to do this one. This is a good contrast demonstration. Pioneer. I forgot about Pioneer. Pioneer has amazing demonstrations. We got to track them down next. They have some great contrast demonstrations. You guys can watch this. It's feeding time for the bears. And I am going to go cook myself something to eat. Probably some soup. That's not cooking. We need to finish up on this demonstration. I'm gonna come back in probably later on in the day and we'll finish up doing the customer's 100-inch acoustic screen, just finished up, which is over here on the floor. I got the poles in there to hang it up. I'm gonna do that demonstration later on today because I gotta take me a break. I'm gonna go upstairs, make me a great big pot of hot tea, get some nuggets and watch a Western because that's what I feel like doing right now, watch a Western. This technology, the new exotics, I think there's 5 of them, 5 new ones going on. Next week, they'll be available next week. Wait, let me make sure I get this right here. Yeah, probably around Thursday next week, they'll be available on the site. Let's see, did any more Pioneers in here? Oh yeah, I got all of them in here. Okay, we did that one already, done that one. That's been done already. What else we got in there? We did that one right there. Oh, we definitely got to do that one. Well, I'm going to have to hook up the PS4 to this because I got to see what gaming looks like on this thing. Okay, okie dokie. Let's do this one right here. Somebody brought it up to my attention, not a bad thing, brought it to my attention that because we're developing all these different colors and paints, that we may have companies that may want us to start developing signature screen paints for them that may match their logos for their boardrooms and conference rooms and all that other crazy stuff. Like I said, I wouldn't run it past for somebody asking for something like that. But then it becomes complicated because then you want to take that as your own, which means I can't give you the rights to buy it because that means you would have the rights to buy all the technology under that, and we're not going to do that at all. So that's why I have to leave it up to somebody like a financial advisor or somebody to figure out how this would be done. Unless they were to lease that technology from us. And that can be done also, which means they would have to pay us a certain amount of money every month. So what we're going to start doing now is with the exotics, we're going to start working on some lighter screens, like lighter screen colors, and advancing the contrast capability in the screens. So we're going to do 3 more after this one. We also have a black version coming out. It has a crazy name to it. You're going to love it. Oh, thank you so much for the person who said awesome. Like I said, it keeps going along. We can get, no, not really. See, you missed the point when you said that. It's not lighter, it's quality. It has nothing to do with that. This screen is tan. You know this screen it's not gray. It's not traditional gray. It's not your traditional light gray screen. This screen is colored. These are exotics. Exotics come in blue, they come in green. The screen behind you is blue, they come in mustard. They have strange colors. The only reason why a screen can pull that image like that because there's a color code embedded in that chemical that allows the screen to be able to see color. But we have darker screens, like I said, you can't say because it's a lighter screen. No. If I took a regular traditional light screen and put it against one of our black screens would crush that screen with no problem. And we've done it. Even with high-end, expensive projection screens, name brands, big name companies. 12s have taken screens apart with no problem, produced images outside. The only reason why, no, you have to understand the theory of it all, what I'm trying to explain to you. You're talking about your traditional technology. I'm talking about our traditional technology. We have a chemical called color coding technology that allows us to be able to allow the projector to read color. So if your screen's gray, we can put a gray screen against this, and I can show multiple colors, and that gray screen couldn't pick it up, but our screen can pick up multiple colors, despite that the screen is actually green or red or whatever color we want to make it that day, or God allows us to make it that day. So it has everything to do with the code that's dropped into the screen. The reason why they started getting their colors was because blue was the first screen we developed with that code in it, that 100% code. And the reason why the screen was blue was just to demonstrate that even if the screen's blue, it still can read color. Or if you did this on a regular blue screen, everything would come up with a tinted kind of blue in the screen, a bluish in the screen. That would make the screen unwatchable. That's why you can't watch off a red screen or a red wall. See, we always get those naysayers in there. Bye-bye. Just sat there and watched the demonstration. These are naysayers. They're saying that it can't see color. We just watched the demonstration where we put multiple screens against the screen, and we watched the screen change color while the other screens remain the same, so it can't see color. Well, this is the reason why, and on top of that, he's going out of the room. We just blocked him. But for the other fellow we're talking about, the reason why we're doing the lighter screens because we're trying to cater to everybody. So you have some people that like light screens. You have some people that like the darker screens. The darker screens have their vantage points because they can pull heavier contrast levels. Now keep in mind, I'm going to tell you this, and this is upfront, honest truth. All right? Next to a 12, none of these screens can hold a candle to. Because a 12 can actually pull, and the limit is black, can pull a 100% contrast level. These screens are mimicking a contrast level. They're not pulling a 100. So if I stuck this against a 12 and I basically did a Starfield demonstration, the 12 will come up jet black, because at the end of the day, nothing will ever be as black as black. I don't care what kind of code you drop into it, it will never be as black as black. Black is the only color that has the ability to pull a 100% black level, like a white screen can pull a 100% white level. So that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You can't beat a black screen. I don't care what color screen you got, you can't beat a black screen when it comes to contrast. That's that screen's world, that's what it lives in. Can't do it. We can mimic the technology to give off contrast, to give you the ability to pull contrast, but to say it's equal to a 12? No, no, no. When it comes to contrast, oh, heck no. It's a black screen. And like I said, with the technology you have out there today, these high-end gray screens, can't even see a contrast level at all. You're getting shades of gray. That's what you're getting. This is why when you make statements like that, it's not to be, I'm not saying wrong against you, but you have to understand, my friend, I have a kitchen drawer full of screens. I test just about everything I can get my hands on. All those light gray screens you see on the market, I own those. Your DMP Supernovas, your Elite screens, I own those. I have all those sample sheets. I tested my screens against everything. When my technology is developed, the first day it's developed, what's the first thing we do? 3 screens certified against the screen, the first day they are developed. I've done all these. All these are in there. So when I tell you that these screens can't read color, I know because I tested them. This is the color of that technology. See it? That's not gray. And it sure enough ain't white. See the colors of the screens? These are exotics. These screens can pull colors that other screens can't do. There's a blue screen right there. Blue. Screen's pink. So let me show you something real quick. Color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? You can't properly pick up the color correctly. Now, that is one of the light gray screens. If I did that demonstration on our black screen behind it, these screens would completely turn white, almost near white. Yeah. Okay. You can't see it. Bye-bye. All right, let's move on. It's a shame. I tried to explain to people. They don't get the concept of dark black screens. And what they don't understand is that when you have a dark screen, one of the important things for a dark screen to put up is not only a contrast level, but that dark screen has to have the ability to be able to pick up a white level. Blue demonstration, or blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Blue screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
So you're talking about a technology here that will cost my customers somewhere in the range of, I say, $178. You do get 2 quarts with paint up to a 150-inch screen. Where these 2 screens here by Elite Screens, one for 100-inch would cost you $800. The other one would cost you $13 to $14. And of course, like I said, they can argue it down by saying, well, you know, how will we fit in your category? Your screen is, well, they're going to say it's beige. We call it light caramel. Because your screens can't see color. And you're looking at a beige screen that's reading color. Where's the weirdest screen for a screen that color to read? Maybe orange. Orange screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see if we can pick up orange and yellow. And that's where they miss the concept. The problem is they're so stuck in the world of traditional screens. That's the problem. That protocol stuff that they've been fed to, they're brainwashed by it, to tell you the truth. Oh, your screens have to be used in this kind of ambient light environment. You can only have this much square light per square inch in the room. Your projector has to be sitting in this position. It has to be mounted in that position. It has to be and calibrated with the screen. Calibrate the screen means bottom line is if your projector moves from left to right, your screen becomes black because it has something called narrow viewing cone. Has to be done in an ambient light controlled environment, yet the technology is ambient light rejection. AKA you're just basically saying that your screens don't have the ability to really pick up in a fully lit environment, and therefore you must adjust the lights to make the screen look better. Yeah. For your best viewing pleasure, it's best to use a projector of 1080p to 4K. You must use a high-power projector due to the fact that the screen is lacking, and therefore the high-powered projector will make up for what the screen can't do. Yeah, your protocol. It has to be 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 gain. That is a bunch of nonsense to begin with. We got screens basically that we design our own technology, and we can pull images outside when these screens can't even produce images inside. Yeah. Whole bunch of nonsense. They feed you that protocol nonsense, and then ABS forms and other big companies, they produce that nonsense, and then next you know, you're believing that nonsense. Like, one of the demonstrations that I made before, $50,000 coffee table Sony projector, sitting a couple inches at the screen at 10,000 lumens, ultra 4K laser projector. Do you really think that your screen's gonna look the same way without that projector? Nah, it's not gonna happen. The projector does all the work. That's why I can sit here in that demonstration, did that unboxing. We got a $1,200 projector in one room, and in the other room we got a projector at $59. Like I said, big companies, they put their projectors out there to advertise along with the screens. And they will convince you that you can't use that projector with a 720p. That's virtually impossible. Minimum 1080p, maximum performance, you're going to need a 4K. If that wasn't the case, then how come anytime you watch the demonstrations on any high performance screen, they're not using 720p's? And yet I just did an unboxing of mine. My screen looked insane on that screen. Can't deny it. That projector looked insane. And I had the option to buy an A4. My budget was $4,000. I had the option. Could have got the P1, P2, could have got the new Dell. I had a $4,000 budget. I went and got 720p WXGA. I just upgraded it by, instead of XGA, I upgraded by a WXGA. That's it. There's no point in me coming in here with a 4K laser projector, because if I buy a $4,000 projector, how do you relate to that? Can't relate to that. Some people can relate to it. Some people can't relate to a $4,000 projector. But if I come in here with a projector of using somewhat bare minimums, you can relate to that. You're using only 720p, that's it. Yeah. That's why they have all these rules and regulations that I have to read, telling me what I can use with their screens. Some of them can't be used with projectors as low as 2,000 lumens. There's a whole lot of rules they have with them. Funny thing, there is a particular company, and I'm not going to say the name, that charges you a freaking arm and a leg for a projection screen, but yet at any of their demonstrations, I have never seen an angle gain demonstration. Not one time. And I've watched all of them. And not one time have I ever seen them do one angle gain demonstration, but yet this screen would cost you a ton of money. And I had a customer who was about to buy one of their screens and saw the demonstration I did, which actually got us a little, well, he pretty much already figured out who it was anyway. But yeah, I've never seen an angle gain demonstration done on any of the screens at any given time. A lot of money paid for a screen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying their technology doesn't work. It works. You can see the screen crystal clear. The images pop up and all that. It just, next to our technology, some of the screens don't pick up the color correctly. Our screens pick up better color. Next to the black screens, they have a problem struggling against a black screen. The screen is literally black. They can't match a black screen. They're not used to testing their technology versus black screens versus gray screens. If I was developing a screen like they had over there, I would basically test it against other gray screens within that category. But they test their screens against white screens, because I can understand that one too, because if majority of the people that are out there buying white screens as we speak, then why would you not basically show the difference between a white screen and your technology? But then at the end of the day, you have to consider the fact that if you come across somebody who has been testing your stuff against their own stuff, then you run the risk of basically that your screen may fail due to the fact that you're only used to testing against a screen that pretty much anybody can beat. So that makes it easier, on our end. But like I said before, for the price of what they charge for them, I mean, like I said, that's their business and that's what they do. But at the end of the day, from what I see, no, you couldn't pay me enough money to have one of those screens. And no. I think the fellow dismissed I think what he thought was that when he saw the demonstration, he was thinking, oh yeah, light screens? Yeah, see the image you're getting from a light screen? This is what I was talking about. No, buddy, you're way off. You're way off. This is not your traditional gray screen, your traditional light gray screen. It does not fit in your category of your screen. It doesn't even match the color of your screen. This is something completely different. If you don't believe me, go down and buy some tan paint or whatever you think is close to it. Paint your screen and pull off a white bone, snowstorm, the colors without having a tint of tan running through your screen. Take your light gray screen and pull a star field demonstration. Do any of the OLED demonstrations I just displayed and pull off a jet black image. Can't do it. You don't have no code in your screen. You can't do it. I like this commercial. Commercial makes me plenty hungry. I think what blows them out, when you see the green screen, you put a green screen up there, that thing starts changing colors on you. Yeah, that kind of basically, they look at that like, what the freak is that thing? It's something weird. But wait till you see the black technology we're working on. Ooh, for the exotics. And it's going to look like no other black screen you've ever seen. Like I said, the biggest gripes I get from people who have light gray screens, that have silver screens, the biggest gripe I have from them is the fact that when I turn the lights on, the screens fade. The contrast levels don't pull up. The colors don't pop. Gotta darken my curtains. Can't have it near the windows. The screen might wash shadow on me. What's your projector? Well, I have this projector right here. It's a 4K projector. It has like something like 4,000 lumens. It has 3,000 lumens. It's an up there projector. It's a really good projector. It's much better than the projector I got here, but yet they can't pull the image. Nothing wrong with your projector. You don't need to upgrade or anything. It's your screen that's having the problem. Your screen doesn't properly read your projector correctly, and that's why they tell you, you got to go in and calibrate your projector in order for you to basically make the colors a little bit more heightened so the screen can accept it. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't look like my screen. There's nothing wrong with your projector. Your projector is perfectly fine. Like I said, when people say why I block people when I'm trying to talk to you. And you can have your opinion. I don't mind if you have your opinion. That's your opinion. I respect that. But when you start traveling on the road of insults and saying nasty things, then I gotta block you. You have to go. People say, well, he's afraid to answer questions. Keep in mind, if I was afraid to answer questions, I wouldn't be doing demonstrations on the way I do demonstrations. I don't see any doing any demonstrations like I do to begin with. Look at that image. So how can we a person be afraid to answer questions if I do demonstrations that you guys are scared to do because you're afraid your screens will fail on live, when I can do this on live with no problem? We asked to do a startful demonstration, you don't do them. We give you challenges, you don't do them. Look at this. Seen the color of that screen? Let's make sure we're all the way on an angle. You can't see the side of my screen from here to here. That means they're not on that angle. That's the stuff you got to look for. If it's on a slant, you should be to see right here. Should right there on the angle. Should be to see it straight dead on. Stop snowing. That's good. That's a good sign. Now we just got to sleep. And now I see why people see why I go the extra mile. Because you're gonna have, every time you turn around, you're gonna have somebody challenging you. So you have to have those demonstrations done. And so when the fellow was talking about gray screens this and gray screens that. I got a sample drawer full of gray screens and about to be more. Matter of fact, I still have Elite Screens acoustic screens, and I ordered the CLR screens coming in. And then that other company, I call them Lux, but correct spelling for their screen is actually Luxini. I actually got a 60-inch coming into that. Only one company we did, and we can't do them anymore because they had a problem with it. And they know who they are. A simple side-by-side demonstration was not welcome, received too nicely. Now this time, I will make sure I have to go to my Facebook account because there's a link on my Facebook account on where this is posted. When you start getting the attention of big companies, and two things will happen. Either you'll get an NDA, which they'll basically a non-disclosure agreement, but they'll tell you to come up and you can listen to some of the stuff they're working on from there. If they don't give you an NDA, then there's no point in going up there to begin with because there's a good chance that they can pretty much take or steal your technology from you. So you really don't want to go anywhere without the NDA. So there was an incident from a big corporation that happened in 2015 that led to an email and it led to a attorney contacting us telling us to stay away from their technology. And when you do stuff, when you're on a level where a company that big is willing to take those measures to make sure you stay away, then there has to be something about you that they find very, very threatening. So I will make sure that I go into my channel. I got to scroll through a lot of stuff, find the link that I posted on my channel, and I will send you that link so you could read through that document that we received. Now, for all you naysayers out there, when you receive a document like that, that tells you that your product is good. It has nothing to do about your opinion at the end of the day about what you think so and so. We had a major $1 million corporation that became threatened by our technology. And this was way back in 2015. The stuff we have now is way, way beyond that. When you receive letters like that in the mail, from them telling you, stay away from our stuff, don't do any more side-by-side demonstrations, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And mind you, these demonstrations, we didn't do anything wrong. We just did simple side-by-side. We just figured out something in their technology that pretty much they didn't want to get known, and we found out about it. And we started doing demonstrations on how our screens can pick up at a certain angle and when certain ones can't. So read carefully through that document because it's very interesting. We can post it now because when we got hit with that document, we couldn't say anything about it. It's funny how you have people like that constantly say that your product's this, that, and the other, and you get notification from big companies that want you to stay away from them. But you can't say anything at it at the time because, statute of limitations are not up yet. So the next time you naysayers want to run your mouth, read through that document. Because, like I said, unlike y'all, we have big companies that are interested in our technology, and two things they want. Either they want to buy us out, or they basically just want to watch us disappear somehow. I kind of look at big corporations, as I've explained before, the metaphor, how I see them as these great, big, huge, massive giants walking the earth. And they only can see each other. They're so huge, they can't see anything else on the ground, like us. They can't see us at all, period. They just see themselves back and forth walking about. One giant over another giant. Imagine, if you will, if just something caught their eye on the ground and they were to lean over and just take a look at it out of their busy day. And one of them just happened to see me down there and decided to pay me a little attention. It didn't go the way it wanted to go. And in the end, they decided to either try to crush us, but that didn't work either. So they decided to shut us up. And that didn't work either. If it did, I wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be seeing this. But I'll post it, take the time to read through it. And keep in mind, naysayers, we get those quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. I'm going to get something to eat, watch a Western. Hopefully some of the snow melts, so forth. If it doesn't, I'm buying me a sled. I'm going to sleigh down my driveway. And I'm going to do the other screen tonight because we do these screens. Once we paint these screens, I like to let the customer see exactly what he's getting before we ship it out. So we're gonna, this is already done and coated. That is the blackout cloth, that acoustic blackout cloth. We're gonna be doing a demonstration off that one. I might just throw my speakers out there. I got some speakers, I've got some sound speakers behind it. We can play around with that too. Hook up the gaming system too and have some fun with it before we ship it off to him. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I gotta go and God bless.